Hello everyone, and welcome to the Mancini, the Amazing channel. We're here at the first episode of Season 3 of Pokemon A to Z, Regulation F, where you get to use just some really interesting Pokemon that are getting released here. A number of new Pokemon, as well as a number of returning Pokemon of a very wide range of qualities. I honestly am really excited for what this can do, and we have a really, unfortunately no new Pokemon in this first episode, though that was true with the, I think it was Ambi Yanmega at the start of last season, and it certainly wasn't true, I think, because Reg D, I think, started with Hisui Zoroark, which is obviously, was new at the time. That was the first time it had been legal in competitive. So, but yeah, really interested and excited to see what we can do with this format. And we do have, yeah, a really interesting combination. If you've seen the thumbnail, you know what it is. But it's the new Pokemon Alcremie, very early on in the Pokedex, and one of the last Pokemon alphabetically, and we'll be skipping much through a lot of this in Zebstrika. So Zebstrika wasn't in the generation, wasn't in the games last generation, so it is a new Pokemon in that sense. It's a Pokemon that has never seen a particularly strong history of competitive play and doesn't have a whole lot standing out for it. It has an acceptable speed and an okay attack stat. That said, it got a major buff this generation in access to high horsepower as a good coverage move on the physical side, and access to Supercell Slam is debatably a buff because it's another recoil move. It's 95% accurate and it's not 130 base power. I would kind of prefer this to be a high jump kick clone, but instead I believe it is a jump kick clone. That didn't work. Yeah, it's the first time I've accidentally done that in this chat. Yeah, so it's a jump kick clone, but this is the move that's a relevant move, and I think physical electric types could have had a little bit more. So yeah, Supercell Slam, Thunder Wave, Taunt, access to Roar. Look, Overheat is okay. Discharge, you know, there's probably teams that it makes some sense to go. It does have access to both Lightning Rod and Motor Drive. If you're running Special, you probably run Lightning Rod, and if you're running Physical, you probably run Motor Drive. It does also have access to Sap Sipper. I would say sort of the thing, and this is something Jamie Boyd mentioned, but it was also something I thought of at the time. Raging Bolt check. Really, you pick any like dual stab based special attacker. You know, you do this, and then it was a check to Sandy Shocks back, though Sandy Shocks was never as relevant as Raging Bolt is now. You know, this is, here's your Iron Hands check. I think Iron Hands is a little bit underrated. I think Incineroar is very strong, but yeah. So yeah, Electro Web is okay, Helping Hand is okay, its damage is okay, Thunder Wave isn't great. I would say broadly, there are significantly better Pokemon you guys have seen on, like, for support options. You've seen on this channel that I have used, like, both Raichus before. I'm not sure if I've ever used Pachirisu. I don't think I've used Pachirisu, but like, that's another electric type that is a support option. You know, if we look at other random electric type support options, Dedenne we used, and it was also not very good, but it does have access to Nuzzle, which Zebstrika doesn't. Galvantula's new this format. You know, I've used Iron Hands a million times as a support option. Kilowattrel's okay. You know, Pawmot. I don't know whether I've used Pawmot in this series. I know I've definitely used it in the previous series. But yeah, it does have access to Fake Out, which is a nice factor. Regieleki I definitely have used. The Rotoms are okay. Thundurus is okay. Thun-T is pretty good, the more offensive than support. Zapdos is really easy to use. So you know, look, there's a lot of okay stuff. Zebstrika is not one of those okay Pokemon, but that's fine. It is mostly, I think, like, it's a low tier draft Pokemon that feels nice to have as like your second fastest mon with that 116 speed. And Thunder Wave and Electro Web are both good speed control options, but neither of them are great. So that's it. It is nice, this format, to have added in a number of Electro Web uses, because Electro Web used to be really low in its distribution, and now I believe it's a TM, so that is nice. So Zebstrika is one of those, and that is probably what I would stick with. Focus Sash, and then just you know, Electro Web, Supercell Slam, high horsepower. And then I do think there's some argument for a lot of the other moves. The fact that it only has Light Screen is also kind of sad, because I wouldn't mind Reflect on it. I think Reflect is sometimes relevant. I find it more difficult to run Mono Light Screen in draft, at the very least. And, outside of draft, you're not going to be using it. I think probably you just throw Endeavor on it. It is a fast Endeavor user. I don't know how fast the fastest ones are. I know that Whimsicott has it, so Kilowattrel, Cyclizar, Doug. Oh, Doug got Endeavor back, awesome. So there's a few other Pokemon that are faster than it with Endeavor. Salazzle is one I've used a lot. But, none of them are game-breaking, so, I think it's fine. I probably would stick with the version designed to be immune to Raging Bolt over the one designed to be immune to the other guy, because I think the other guy, I still gonna say I think over Iron Hands, because I think Iron Hands is currently seeing a lot less usage, but it may still be fine. Now, Alcremie, on the other hand, does have something very distinct. It has two really cool things, which is Aroma Veil and Sweet Veil are both good abilities. As a person who's eternally losing to Amoonguss, obviously Sweet Veil is cool, but Aroma Veil protects you. It makes it really easy for you to get Trick Room set up with a partner Pokemon, because it makes them immune to Taunt, makes them immune to Encore, makes them immune to Attract. Some of these random moves that people can try and throw to prevent you setting Trick Room, and that is nice as an aura ability. And it also has a signature move, which I think is unusually useless, it seems, called Decorate, which raises a partner's Pokemon by +2 in both of its offensive stats. Now, I was thinking earlier about what Pokemon I thought might be... Oh yeah, that's not meant to be Ice Power, that's meant to be Bulldoze. What Pokemon I thought it might be interesting to support with Alcremie and Zebstrika, and I did have a Pokemon in mind. Alcremie is cool. But yeah, so I think you really... it still doesn't get Moonblast. It gets Alluring Voice now. I think you probably are still running Dazzling Gleam because you mostly want this Pokemon to be support. If you are running an Acid Armor, Calm Mind, Drainicus set, I think that's cool. I do think that there's a use case for it. It does have access to Sword Power. I don't know that that's something I want to be putting into the format when I don't really have a great grasp on it yet. But it is something that's really cool with Aroma Veil being immune to Taunt, except for Mold Breaker Pokemon. And you can even run Ability Shield if need be, though I think you would generally want to run Leftovers or Citrus Berry if you were trying to do that. I still think they should buffer Aromatic Mist to +2. Now, I have seen an argument for Baby Doll Eyes as a significant one. The reason that Baby Doll Eyes is good is it is +1 priority. So that is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. So I do think that is a genuinely good option for it. Outside of this, honestly, I don't really think that there's much outside of Helping Hand that makes much sense. Fate Tears is okay, but not great. You could use Decorate and Psych Up together, which would be funny, except for the fact that you then are running Psych Up, and this Pokemon's not great. Maybe, I'll go with Psych Up because this is more of a meme sort of build. And I had a specific idea in mind with how to use Alcremie here. This Pokemon was significantly better in the Dynamax format because it meant that you were putting it on a Dynamax Pokemon, which for one thing was much more difficult to remove, harder to force to switch, but was also getting more impactful things and was also taking hits better, which meant on average you were not dying as much and you were doing more with that Pokemon. So this is not a Trick Room team, however, I do have a specific plan in mind. So this is the Pokemon I thought would actually be the most interesting, because Metagross is also a returning Pokemon, and I thought it would be fun to bring back its Dynamax era, and I think it did see some usage pre-Dynamax, but really Dynamax is where it was most effective. The Bulldoze and Weakness Policy Metagross set, also good on Solgaleo when that's legal, though I think that's in the game. I think Solgaleo's in the game. Metagross is a Pokemon that I've seen a very wide range of opinions on how effective it is. I definitely don't think it's bad. Okay, we're seeing a lot of Bullet Punch, Psychic Fang, Stomping Tantrum, Heavy Slam, Protect. We're seeing Heavy Slam, Iron Head, and Meteor Mash all seeing usage. And Knockoff. Oh, and Hard Press. Gosh, I do not remember what Hard Press does. Is that the one that decreases in power based on how effective? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm just going to pull up the Bulbapedia page on this move to figure out what it does. I mean, some people are using it, less than Heavy Slam, but Heavy Slam is a genuinely good move. Okay, Hard Press. Oh, it's base 100. Okay, that's bad. So, Psychic Fangs, Heavy Slam, not Heavy Slam. Heavy Slam. I think I'm going to go with Knock Off and then Protect. I don't know if there are other moves that I should be using instead, but those are the ones that come immediately to mind. Not moves, items. No, moves, yeah, moves. Okay, sorry, I'm just going insane. Like Ice Punch would be okay. Actually, this set is walled by Incineroar, and that seems like it's not a good idea. So I'm going to add Stomping Tantrum instead. There we go. And I might as well just go Terra Ground because I picked the ground coverage move. So that's what I'm going to go with. And then I think you generally want to run this Pokemon quite bulky. I do think you want some speed. Like, you don't want like a random... okay, so I'm seeing 28, 108, 68, sure. That's the one that's closest to what I have. Seeing a bit of attack investment, but really I think that the main thing you need to index on with this Pokemon is this. I do still like Adamant. Also, this Pokemon gets access to Body Press, which I think is something I may explore at some point as well. So yeah, speed control as well as the ability to proc the weakness policy with Metagross, the alternative way to get +2/+2 on it with Decorate, and I think that something that really is intriguing to me is the idea of having an Incineroar that is faster than Alcremie. Yeah, that was the idea. I'm like, let's just make sure I'm not going completely insane. I'm just going to put an Assault Vest on it because I don't know what is correct, and Assault Vest is a good item, so... and like, you know, obviously it's got Intimidate, so, you know, you may as well. I actually don't know what ability is going to be correct on this. Skip Burning Jealousy. I think I'm probably going to go with... I remember there being like a decent bit of impact from like the mixed Fake Out set with Snarl. I don't know why I just scrolled to find Snarl. And then Terra Grass, I guess. There it is. Because I don't think any of the other things matter that much. So it needs to break 75 speed. I mean, I just picked the mixed set, so... well, that's not great. Maybe that was not a great idea, but it's fine. I mean, I can just make the Alcremie hit 71. And then yeah, you want HP. You definitely want special defense. I think you want some special attack if you're running the mix set. You want some Fizz Def. You want to, like, I'll just put the 4 in attack. But I think genuinely you are really wanting that special defense. Now, is there an alternative Pokemon that I would like to support either Metagross with, or that I would like to use Alcremie and Zebstrika to support? How's simple in the format? Nummel. Wow, that is an incredibly shallow pool. I don't think I'm running Nummel, I'm sorry. I was thinking it would be cool if you could use the Psych Up and thing to get like really, really quick boosts on it, but I'm sorry, it's probably not Nummel. Maybe just a special attacker. That is good. Funtee's okay. I'd like something with Sustain, I guess. Yeah, Arceus okay. I already have a Fairy though. Ooh, Bloodmoon. Okay, that's like an immediate Bloodmoon. I'm sorry, you can't beat Citrus Berry anymore. You're like Eye Popper or something. So Hyper Voice, Earth Power, Bloodmoon, and Protect. And you're getting Modest. And you're getting a bit of speed. And then you get an HP. I don't even know why we're going Modest since we're planning on giving you +2. But I clicked the button, so that's what's going on. And maybe another support option for either of these sets. It could be Sinistcha. Sinistcha works. Am I kind of Fire Weak with Sinistcha? I'm kind of Fire Weak with Sinistcha, but I've got an Incineroar and I've got an Ursaluna, so I'm just going to pretend I'm not. And you shouldn't be Terra Fire in that situation. Alcremie, I didn't put a Terra on you. You should be Terra Steel. You're Terra Fairy, Ground, Grass, Ground. You're supposed to be normal. and Sinistcha. Metagross. Honestly, I might put an eject pack on it, button on it. Metagross. Yes, Rage Powder. I'm not really loving most of these options. Something to deter Incin, I guess. I could go for a different, like I could go for water and then Scald. Yeah, and I can just throw Trick Room on it because it may make sense in some matchup. I don't think this is a great set. I should put Calm Mind. Honestly, Calm Mind is just broken on this one. Even if we are trying to give it +2. We do want a lot of defense as well. And, oh gosh, well, this Pokemon to also be slower than Alcremie. Maybe the minus speed Alcremie is not a great idea, but we need this Pokemon, we need the Incin to be faster, so it's going to be minus speed Alcremie. So here we are. We have a bunch of Pokemon that are okay with the buff. And let's check out the first episode of Pokemon A to Z with this. Honestly, look, I'm really glad Zebstrika is back. I actually just drafted it in another league, which I will be coming out with a video at some point after it's a singles league, so after that comes through. Okay, Incin. Okay, they've gone really hard into Redirection, Torterra, and then POW as a support option for it. I think I'm leading Incin and Alcremie. I'm putting Ursaluna in the back with Zebstrika because it's the mandatory Pokemon. This is supposed to have U-turn. Hey, that's like the main thing. Yeah, I'm gonna drop Snarl, I'm sorry. I don't think that Burning Jealousy even works in this situation. So the whole thing is it's supposed to be able to slow U-turn, like faster than this, but slow U-turn in general out into the Ursaluna, so the Ursaluna can get the Decorate buffs. But that's not what I did, so I think I'm just gonna throw a Snarl off, and honestly, I might Decorate the Incin. The Incin is moving first though, which isn't great. The animation for Decorate does not look like I would have expected it to look. I kind of want to Terra Grass because I'm really worried about just like copy all the Terran state changes. I'm going to go aside Decorate again, but I'm really really worried about Torterra. But apparently it is not going to get burned by the burn move. Oh, Decorate works like that? Oh no! Oops. I didn't realize it could hit your opponent's Pokemon. Yeah, this isn't going great. I do think I need to throw out... Nah, Knockoff isn't going to be effective. I'm going to throw out Snarl and Dazzling Gleam. Hopefully Torterra is double, moves that are resisted by Incin. If it's Rock Blast, that's annoying. It's not Clear Amulet. It may be a loaded Dice Rock Blast, which would be bad. Okay, that's a lot of damage. That is not a lot of damage. I'm gonna go... should really maintain Zebstrika. I don't think following up with Bulldoze is particularly helpful. I think I need to bring in Zebstrika, and I do need to go for another Dazzling Gleam here. Because as they drop their defenses more, they take more damage. Yeah, throw out an Electro Web and a Dazzling Gleam. Let's just chip down this NDD as we go along. And if I can get the speed drop on Torterra, that's really good. If I can't, you know, look, they're really dropping their defenses now. Oh, that's right, I had to crit through my Spectactrop. I don't even remember how I got my Spectactrop. Parting shot. Yeah, it'll do it. I'm gonna throw a Fake Out into Torterra and decorate the Incin again. And then ideally I can Baby Dollize the Torterra next turn. I gotta throw a knockoff here. The Healer Pulse is gonna be bad for me. Not bad enough. Okay. It was loaded dice, so it has Rock Blast most likely. Or Bullet Seed, I suppose. Loaded dice, Bullet Seed, yeah, not necessarily more consistent. That's really bad. That's really bad. I'm gonna click Burning Jealousy and Dazzling Gleam and Cry. Going for Sucker Punch, okay. Well, I have Assault Vest, so. I'm going to Protect and Dazzling Gleam. I just realized I've snarled and intimidated away all the buffs that I gave the Indeedee. I assume it attacks the Ursaluna, but I could be wrong. Honestly, the -1 special attack is really bad. I need to get a double Protect off, and I need to most likely crit this Chien-Pao. I did not crit the Chien-Pao. Oh. Well, that's convenient. That's not convenient. On the plus side, there's no more terrain. On the downside, this is really bad. The Indeedee doesn't even die to the next one. I really should have probably psyched up at some point to remove my special attack drop, but I didn't, and I'm suffering the consequences. Okay, you have gone for Heal Pulse here. Okay, I just need to get the double protected this time. They're definitely going to just Icicle Crash and Heal Pulse again, right? Lando doesn't win. I need to Hyper Voice. I need to dodge Icicle Crash to win. And if I'm relying on that, I really should just reset my debuffs on the Indeedee. The Indeedee is going to die before I move. If I dodge, I didn't dodge, but if I dodged, the play there was to the Hyper Voice may not actually have echoed the Chien-Pao. I think I probably should have attacked both slots, but like resetting my Spadak drop would have been relevant. I don't think I played this amazingly, but yeah, losing the guy to Sucker Punch feels bad for sure. Sacred Sword, well, that's not helpful. On the downside, that is helpful. I mean, they should just fake me out and then Parting Shot me. Oh, they went for Flare Blitz and I died. Okay, fair enough. That's right, yeah. Sort of ruined. Well, not a great start, but it's a sign that, you know, at least my team can sustain. If I'd attacked with Ursa on the Protect turn, that would have been good for me, obviously. Well, I need to get Trick Room up, so. I think I'm leading Alcremie next to Sinistcha. Oh god, the Sinistcha is a Jackpot. I think I'm leading Zebstrika. Next to Metagross with Alcremie and Sinistcha in the back. Oh my gosh, they have Sun. I'm going to Cry. I think I'm going to get Oko by the Charizard. I should threaten it with a Supercell Slam and Protect. Because they should set Sun and attack. They are Scarf. No burn, please. No burn. Yo, Zebstrika, the greatest Pokemon of all time. I don't even know what their follow-up is here. Taranta, okay. Interesting. So I'm gonna click Bulldoze. And Stomping Tantrum? Potentially. I mean, it's not a lot of damage into Tyranitar, but it is a KO into Whimsicott. How much is Heavy Slam doing to Tyranitar here? Where am I? Metagross. Okay, if I'm a +2, the Tyranitar's dying. Which I don't think is a crazy expectation. I'm going to be faster than... Oh, it's also weak to Palsy. Well, it's not surviving that. Okay, and now I can bring Sinistcha out and heal up my Metagross. This was the plan the whole time! I'm gonna throw out a Scald and also Terra Stomping Tantrum. That's cool, I went for Scald. I like how they crit the Whimsicott, so it wound up taking so much more there. Oh, that's right, Sinistcha's a jack button. I forgot about that. I genuinely forgot that I made the Sinistcha eject button. There we go! Sinistcha, Alcremie win! Alcremie sweep! Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, I've been pinged somewhere, that doesn't matter. Not video important. So, what am I pulling out here? Besides all the stops, of course. I have no idea what my opponent is trying to do with this team outside of set up Sun for a million Pokemon with the thing. Sinistcha's eject button is not feeling very good. Oh, I don't even have Trick Room. I mean, fair enough. Alcremie, Ursaluna, Zebstrika, and Sinistcha. The Alcremie isn't even faster than the Ursaluna. Does Dazzling Gleam pick up Great Tusk? That doesn't make sense. Is this level 100? This is from my own team. I'm just gonna Dazzling Gleam and Hyper Voice, or I can Protect. I kind of like the Protect play, because I do think I just get OHKO'd by Great Tusk, but that may be wrong. I do just get OHKO'd by Great Tusk. I could actually Baby Doll Eyes and Blood Moon it. Oh right, the attack booster. Yeah, it's not gonna help. Well, I tried. I throw out a Dazzling Gleam here, and a Machigotcha, which isn't going to go off. I mean, I'm just going to lose, but... Sun is apparently popular. Being Terra Normal did not help here. I could have just gone for the Protect play. I could have gone for the Protect and then switched in Sinistcha in the in that slot. Or I could have Protect and Baby Doll Eyes, right? And gotten a second one off, and then I wouldn't have died, but I would have died with the Taunt damage most likely. Yeah, I mean, let's see. The Dazzling Gleam should pick up the Great Tusk from this range at least. It's Terra Steel. Why are they always Terra Steel? Why are they Terra Steel close combating me? And I dodged. Okay, I got the burn, that's a good start. Not that I was like particularly in danger. Dazzling Gleam looks like it picks up Great Tusk from here. That's cool. And I just Machigotcha again, because I still just need the chip on the other guy. You still got the Eye Popper, yeah. I don't really fully understand what my opponent's going for with that Terra Steel close combat play. Outside of not dying, I guess. They really crit me here. They hit both of them, even though they're like not boosted because they're in Sun. I think my opponent is just a hacker. Do we think Supercell Slam takes out Walking Wake from this range? Not reliably. That's my favorite type. I think I just throw out Dazzling Gleam and Supercell Slam the Walking Wake. I need to dodge, right? I mean, I think that's basically it. That was a crit on Alcremie, so Alcremie does not take... Like, Alcremie does not die from this range unless they crit me again. Do they miss? Okay, they do. Please target that guy. You do not target that guy. Hit the Supercell. Oh, that's a good start. Okay. Sinistcha. Oh gosh, they still have the Great Tusk. I Rage Powder, dodge Bleak Wind, and Supercell Slam. Electroweb. I think Electroweb picks up. Well, I think 2 Electrowebs picks up, and I think that the Electroweb could pick up the other guy. Okay, I dodged the buff. Okay, that feels nice. Now, the Fluttermane comes in. The Magmar comes in. Even worse! I still just... Rage Powder and Electroweb, right? I don't think Terra Water Scald is going to help that much, to be honest. I think I still Electroweb. I hope they target the Zebstrika. They targeted the Zebstrika. That's a good start. Oh, that's really good. I think with another Electroweb drop, they may genuinely become slower than Sinistcha. I think they've lost. I am very impressed with the incredible abilities of Zebstrika to make it back from here. Temper Flare, crit, and put me to Sash. I do not remember what Temper Flare does. Slash DC Temper Flare. Powers doubles if the user's last move failed, because they missed Wisp. Fair enough. Well, I'm still going to throw out Scald, and then I'm going to Bulldoze, because that's the one that actually hits. It looks... I'm sorry, Sinistcha. Didn't you switch him like 3 times and gave no healing because the partner was always at full? You know what, fair enough. And look, there you have it. 2-in-1 team with Zebstrika and Alcremie. Low ladder is an interesting place. I ran into 2 Manual Sun teams in a row, and I beat both of them, which mostly suggests that Manual Sun is bad and you should never run it. Thank you everyone for watching. It is definitely always an interesting time using Pokemon like Alcremie and Zebstrika. And I used all 3 of the other guys, with all 4 of them. Look, there, it's a good team. You should trust it, respect it, and if you actually want to run a team like this core, which I don't think is unusable by any means, I feel like if the Zebstrika was literally any other Pokemon, it would be significantly improved, because I do think that Alcremie is okay, and I think that I had 4 other Pokemon that were reasonable beneficiaries of Alcremie, and technically Zebstrika, I ran it mixed for a reason, and I mean I ran this Incin mixed so that it could benefit from Decorate if need be. But yeah, missing U-turn was definitely not smart. Ultimately, everyone, I thank you for watching. It has been good fun getting a peek into Regulation F. I didn't see too many of the new Pokemon, so we did see the Great Tusk, we saw Magmar, but like we didn't see like Raging Bolt, Gouging Fire, any of those super cool Pokemon, which I expect to be putting on teams. I would have loved to put Raging Bolt on this team, but Zebstrika is obviously just the same Pokemon. So yeah, thank you for watching. It's always good. Please leave a comment down below about what Pokemon added in Regulation F you're excited for, and what other Pokemon we'll be finally getting to that you're keen on as well. And goodbye.